it has been quite a while since I made a full serious video, which was unfortunate because the subscriber count really jumped based on that one video, which I'm going to talk about shortly. I've been posting some funny bugs I've seen and even clips of other games, but most of them were really short, and none of them were really like anything too serious. Just little clips that I share among my friends or what have you. And the reason being that after I released that video on Japanese, it was actually like the day before my college classes started. So when that started, then it was like my whole focus changed. So I had been focusing on college and other interests. As you may have probably guessed, that guitar in the beginning was in fact me, so I've been picking up other hobbies again. And I've been pretty much, like, overall very happy. Dead by Daylight can be quite a frustrating game compared to the others I've played, and my other friends have even gravitated towards other games. I've been playing some Survive with Friends at times, a little bit of Killer at other times, but nothing really substantial. So as far as Dead by Daylight content goes, I don't really honestly know what I'm going to be doing with it or where I'm going with it yet. I know a lot of the people that subscribed are looking for DVD content, so I just want to, I guess, clarify now that I don't really know what I'm doing. This channel, this is in the context of the bully video too. The purpose of the channel originally, and it still pretty much is now, is just to be like kind of a dump site for content that I record to share among my friends. I think, I wanted to clarify some things in regards to the Jen Denise video too, even though it has been a couple of months. And I've been meaning to make a video kind of like this, but never got around to it. I noticed a lot of the criticism was hung up on whether the Survive with Friends group was really, like, bullying me. I want to say first that if you're going to play the semantics game with me, you're not going to win. Like, I'm very good with that. My father has a lawyer's mind, and I kind of do too, so you're not going to win. I just want to say that first of all. Second of all, the video was more about showing the core problems with the game. I wasn't really concerned about the semantics of the title or the attitude he gave off. I just wanted to show, like look here, all of these broken perks, and like, these guys played like idiots and they still won. Like, what was the point of me playing that? That was like the kind of the argument I was trying to portray. To be honest, I don't care about Survive with Friends groups. Most of them are like just not optimal. They mess around, which is fine. I mess around with my own groups too. But what I do care about is losing because of variables out of my control, namely perks that have no or little counter, or games that end in 3 minutes just because the survivor team wants to win. Thankfully though, as you may all know, Decisive Strike has been nerfed big time. I was skeptical about it at first, along with others, because it sounded like it would become the old DS again, after the survivors are hooked once. But after seeing the shortened stun time and all that, I can safely conclude that it's a very situational perk now. That'll only cuck you, like, I don't know, maybe 1 in 30 games, you know, something like that. So I applaud the devs for finally just nerfing a really goofy perk into the ground after so long. So anyway, let's get back to the video. The Jen Denise video was made for a small audience, right? It's for my friends. Like, I expected it to be shown to like 5 people and that was it. Like, I wasn't planning for a big audience. And it was the first time I was using Sony software for video editing, so I was just messing around with the editing and all, trying to get like little clips of Jen Denise and all. It was actually kind of hard to do. It took a lot of my time. So it was more about getting used to the software than it was about the content. If I had known it would become as big as it did, I probably would have done some things a little bit differently in terms of editing and maybe even in terms of semantics. I was just so surprised how many people were caught up with the whole bullying thing. You may have seen that You can also go back to the video to see that Jen did respond a bit to the video. Like, actually posted a comment, which I was a little bit surprised by. But as far as if she would actually change her outlook on the game, I made a kind of a big reply in response, saying like, you're a fog whisperer, can't you do a little bit more to help all players instead of like one side? So I don't know if she took any of it to heart, if she changed her attitude on the stream or whatever. I don't watch her stream, I don't particularly care about what she does. But, you know, because I just wanted the game to be in a good place for both sides. And that's all I have to really say about that. Anyway, I guess I should talk about the actual game I'm playing now, this match. This was actually a full stack, like 4 people playing together. I don't know why Linnea gave up on the hook, though. And she wasn't in talking in the stream, as far as I know, of the XY Pie guy. I mean, I imagine she just fat-fingered and didn't hit the spacebar. But even with her death, I mean, look how close this game turns out to be. Okay, and the Jeff actually screwed up big time there, or he might have dead-hearted or something. So I wasn't really expecting him to do that, so I ended up going all the way around. But this is the new map. It's a really big map though, like, if you aren't something like Hag, you're gonna suffer on this map. I found that this trap works really well. It's a body block trap. It cuts off the doorway if they run in or out of the building through it. Setting traps along the edge of the building, especially under the windows, seems to be a good way to trap the building. You don't have to go downstairs and trap that gen down there or whatever. There's a really unsafe pallet down there. You don't even need to trap it. It's the most useless pallet in the game. If you haven't seen it, you will. But this was my first game on this map as Hag. And my first game as Hag in quite a while, too. I get a lot of questions regarding my use of Franklin's Demise. The only reason I'm using it as much as I do is because of how easy it is to get keys in chests. And it's easier now than it was before, because they upped the chances of getting a really rare item from chests. I mean, and when I play with my Survive with Friends group, they're always finding keys. And even before the buff to the rarity of chests, there was one game where we found 3 keys against this doctor. In one match, there was 3 keys. That's insane. They need to change that. I don't get why they felt like they had to buff this this aspect of the game. I mean the chests. I don't know why I said aspects. Because keys have very little counter, except hope that you can hit the survivor in a spot where it's very hard to find the key again. They're very hard to spot, unless you stand right on top of them and get the prompts that there's a key there. But chances are the survivor is going to remember where they got hit and can come back for it anyway. But, I mean, I feel like it's better than nothing, and it's one of the few things left that actually bother my Hag, because she's just so strong now. This trap worked in an interesting way. When I went back and viewed the stream, he said that the trap actually, you can see it there, his camera turned away. And I guess that kind of screwed him up somehow. Although I think it was self-care that cooked him more than anything. I don't know why anyone still uses self-care, to be honest, at this point in the game. You don't need self-care at this point. Although, I appreciate it if you spend the time healing yourself. That I like having extra time. Yeah. First video in a while. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.